Did you go golfing, Ave, or
we're having fucking small talk here. Gate 14 podcast. The whole gang is here. We're back. Avery missed a monumental episode, but he's still chopping up the YouTube. He's still being that guy. How's the fellas doing? What a week for the brand. What a week for the fucking podcast. Avery, I'll start with you.
Yeah, it's what dreams are made of pretty much. Last week was the TikTok went crazy. 4th in Canada. What were 6th?
4th.
Is that good? People are asking. Every other podcast gets fucking plugged on Sportsnet right before the Jays game, but we can't get $1 from anyone, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. No, thanks to the listeners again. You guys are the best.
I feel like that was a dig at me there, Ave, as business guy here.
What? No. It was a dig at the other ones. Fucking Sportsnet, you know?
Okay, that's good. I feel like we went Vancouver Canadians to World Series contenders in a week here, fellas.
No, we really did. We really did. That's a great comparison. Actually, I'll say this. No, this is a better comparison. We went from Josh Donaldson on the Athletics to Josh Donaldson on the Blue Jays.
Okay.
That's like a more realistic comparison. But no, it's been crazy. I mean, the TikTok has been fucking wild. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of people. We get a lot of chirps, and listen, Mudboy held his own. I did like listen, and I have the Just Baseball Show guy on, Peter Apple, and he said like he doesn't respond to TikTok comments because he gets so many now, and I kind of caught myself in there. Like we were when if I'm not looking at TikTok for a couple hours, it's like 300 notification. It's fucking wild. So Mudboy doesn't have time to do that. Like I was getting in the mud every once in a while. I chirped the guy for taking a mirror selfie in his profile pic. I chirped a guy for taking a picture beside a stop sign and said that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. Like I've been in the mud, but it hasn't been like full on Mudboy because it takes too much time out of I can't do it.
I mean, it's literally not worth your a single second of your time.
No, it's worth my time because we get the loyal listeners that'll be like, there goes Mudboy, because they know it's me, you know, like they know it's Mudboy in the chat, like just grinding. And I got it to my cap. I respect it.
What's the
I mean, we said that. We said like you don't worry about the comments, but hey, you're determined to respond to everyone shit talking you.
I love it.
What's the worst one you think we've had so far that's pissed you off the most?
The one that pissed me off the most, and I'm not going to say this guy's name because I don't want to give him the free clout. This guy tried to stitch us on TikTok, and you saw the TikTok, right, Avery? I don't know if JR saw it, but he tried to like stitch us, and the video ended up getting like 200 views and like just 2 likes. So seeing how it did, like if people agreed with him or not, and or just seeing that stuff kind of made me understand it. But it's like that one pissed me off the most because he said like just keep saying stupid shit in the mic, and then like keep having your buddy across the room, which is he doesn't understand we do this over Zoom. I guess the video didn't make that clear. Just nodding his head, and I was like, dude, just shut the fuck. And he was doing it in a Sprinter van. He makes diabetes his personality. It's like Avery kind of made me realize that like, listen, you're gonna get those guys, but they're just increasing the impressions on the TikTok. So Avery's been kind of my life coach.
We've dealt with it before. We know the one that always pisses me off is like you guys never played, like you never played high level.
Yes, that gets to me too.
That's the one that gets to me too. I'll never respond to it, but that one's just like go fuck yourself.
And the thing and listen, if you were a guy that's like pretty like decent shape and you look decent like in your profile picture, I'm not gonna respond to you or say, all right, maybe this guy did play high level. But if you're like a fat fucking 22-year-old, like just with like a burner or just he posts once in a while, just looks like a loser, and you're saying you didn't play at a high level, buddy, I'm the fucking fall American. Do you know what that is? You stupid fuck. It's like I love it. It just increases the impressions, but it's been a wild week. Another thing that I got to talk about. So I posted a video of me talking about like the Jays hat, and one thing that really aggravated me, there was just a ton of people just making it political. I just said the Jays hat's ugly. And there's people like typical fucking lib fucking Canadian. It's like, I just said the hat's ugly. Like nothing to do. And then there's people in the comments arguing if Toronto's a part of America. It was one of the wildest. It has like 150,000. It's arguing of just the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
You know who started those comments most likely?
Who?
fucking Jeremy Roach's burner account.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. And I wouldn't be shocked. I'm gonna try to find JR's burner out there that chirps me in the comments.
I don't have a burner, boys. I'm just gonna say it now. I just don't have a burner. Everything's political nowadays, guys. So we just gotta face the music out there on TikTok. You gotta embrace those comments.
And then for like, I think it had like 1,200 comments, and then there's be like one comment of a guy that's like, dude, he's just said the hat's ugly. And I've just responded to it, I was like, thank you. Like that. I didn't mean to have a fucking who's getting elected in 2020 fucking 4 debate. I just literally wanted to say the hat was ugly. And it is ugly. We have to talk about that. Is that not one of the ugliest designs of a hat ever? JR, I'll let you, because obviously JR is the fashion guy. Beach golf, right? Beach golf wear. Tune in, tap in to JR here, but it's the ugliest hat ever created.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the red uniform, so like seeing that hat too, like it's not great. I wonder who actually designs these hats. Like if it's I'm guessing it's the majors. I don't even think it's a team, right?
Oh, it has to be Major League Baseball.
I think it's
interesting how that works. How like Major League designs the hats are like, oh, here, you guys have to wear these.
Well, yeah, because the Jays aren't having a say in what's on the Mother's Day or Father's Day hat, right?
Yeah,
so it's definitely just
that's true. Because
I will say that the Father's Day hats are fucking fire. Like the Mother's and Father's Day hat where the logo, it's like a gray hat and the logo is just pink or blue. Yeah, those are fire.
Can't say I agree.
I think they're they're all the exact same hat, aren't they?
They're bad every year.
No, they're fire.
Okay.
They're fire.
I think they're very average.
The Stars and Stripes ones have been okay, but the whole thing is like usually we have a Canada edition of the hat, do we not?
Yeah, where's the Canada Day hat?
I don't know, dude. Listen, I don't know. I don't want to get into the debate if Canada's a part of fucking North America. There was people arguing where the first game of baseball was played. It was played in Toronto in 18. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with that, man? I just said it's ugly. I don't.
That would be. Fuck. This would be like if the Raptors, like, wore something like that. Like that just wouldn't happen.
It never would. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But that's beside. Like we're talking too much about it. It's just crazy. Yeah. And another guy that took me and Avery's eye, and we got to go into this. And this is going to be an all-time that I don't think people realize. Matthew Gage took my breath away with his style. It is one of the most breathtaking. He wears an all gray uniform, all white, all blue, whatever the Jays are wearing, with bowling shoes. Like legitimate all black bowling shoes. Me and Avery were on the live, and I was starstruck. I was like, this is our guy now. I don't care he lost the game. I was like, the fact that he has just zero style, zero self-awareness to not wear all black shoes with that jersey was breathtaking. And maybe Avery, I can get your stamp on it, but Matthew Gage is now my guy, and I hope to God he always wears black shoes no matter what. Like with the Canada uniform, all black shoes with red high socks. I don't care. Matthew Gage was my player of the week.
I think he just might be like a fucking demon because he had a nice little fade going on. If he's just a guy who just wears black Air Force Ones, like he has that type of energy, I think that's why he might be a successful reliever in this league, most likely. Guy who just absolutely doesn't give a fuck. He's just going out there to throw baseballs. He doesn't care how he looks. I mean, long sleeves, it was 98 degrees that day, but he's going to get hot. So all-time style, I'm for it. I would like you, I think as the dress-up game, we should all kind of dress like him one day.
I would be honored. And listen, and I think we could easily get him on the podcast. One, he's not, and this is why I like him too. He's like an unverified bad boy, not verified. Oh my God, I have to bring this up. His Instagram bio, and you want to talk about his style, is breathtaking. I'll read his Instagram stuff. I don't know if this is him or a fan account. I'm almost positive this is him because he tweeted about he made a story about his first date appearance. Here it is. Arizona League Giants, Green Sumo, Flying Squirrel, River Cat, RFC, SRC, Sugarland Fly, Rumble Ponies, LV51, CDMX, Diablos, Sod Pony, Reno Aces, Buffalo Blue Jays. Always chase your dreams.
So he just every minor league team he's played for, he just put it in the bio.
It's ridiculous.
It can't be him. It can't be him.
It is him.
It's gotta be.
It is him.
No way.
It is. That is him. That is him. I'm obsessed with him.
What's his
It's just Matt.Gage.91. And listeners of the show, I want you all to just swarm Matt Gage's comment section. Just say like something about the black shoes, like black shoes for life. Or like just I want the listeners
just I think we should just do demon time with the demon emoji.
Yeah, just do demon time on Matt Gage. I don't care that he lost the game for us. One of the most pathetic performances from Jordan Romano I've ever seen. 2 outs, two-run lead. That's fine. But I love Matt Gage. Like we're a Matt Gage podcast now, right? Like that's what it has to be.
Let's get him on.
He has some different colored cleats in all these other
I don't know if he just does that. I don't know what he does.
He looks great though, man. Oh no, he's wearing blue on the Jays on the 15th.
But I don't know what the black cleats was. Like, was it like for the White Sox funeral, for the bullpen's funeral, like the bullpen being shit funeral? I was just watching with you. I was like, I love this guy. Like, I hope he gets out of this. And then obviously he didn't, but he almost did. Like Josh Harrison is like the last guy I would have suspected to get a fucking, it's whatever. But I mean, Matt Gage is now our guy. That's how we have to approach it now. I love Matt Gage. Like that's it. That's really it.
Now that we love him, he's going to get sent down in the next week.
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100 million%. And another thing we got to talk about, like Avery sent in a tweet, and obviously this has been just an incredible week for content. Avery sent in a tweet to us, and it was Alejandro Kirk's family. And for the listeners who don't follow us on Instagram, maybe, or stuff like that, if you didn't see that picture, his family is exactly what you would have expected Alejandro Kirk's family look like. It's just all a bunch of like 5'4", thick cowboy hats. Just it's the royal family now, right? Alejandro Kirk's family is the royal family in Canada. That's the only way to talk about it. Avery sent it in there, and I had to do a double glance. I was like, is that fucking Alejandro Kirk in the center between just the fucking boulders of family around him? The offensive linemen looking fucking fat.
So not a single one of them is fat, but it is the widest photo of all time.
That's a family that just came out of Montana's or something. Like they're not going anywhere classy. They're going like Montana's or Kelsey's coming.
And they just crushed $2 PBRs at whatever place they just went to too.
No. I'm not even. I'm gonna step over you, JR. It's not Montana's. They live for Chuck's Roadhouse.
Yeah,
that's their spot.
I love Chuck's Roadhouse.
It's like, all right, we go to Chuck's Roadhouse every 3 days. I don't care
if we ever have a meet and greet, it's gonna be at Chuck's Roadhouse. Like that's just a heads up to everyone.
That's the thing. It's like I don't care if Alejandro is playing at the Rogers Center. We're eating at Chuck. It's family night at Chuck's Roadhouse for the Kirks. That's it. And that picture was. I was in love. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
The picture fucks so hard. I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
I think if we put that on a shirt, we might become millionaires. And like you said, Avery, their family is not fat by any means. Like no one is fat in that picture. It is just the widest. Like it's just great. And listen, I'm gonna try to make that into a TikTok video, and I can't. Like I don't know how to do it of a picture that wide. It's incredible.
You have to like.
You're
put
definitely
it
not getting the
slide it through.
You have to rotate it.
Yeah, tell people to rotate their phones to watch it.
Tilt their phones. Yeah, but that was one of the things that took over the week for me, man. Just Alejandro Kirk, Matt Gage, and just those two people. Like, just they took away the suffering. Like they took away the suffering for me. And what about the week from Alejandro Kirk this week? Mm-hmm. The guy, does he just ever not hit? I can't believe it. And we were talking about trading him earlier in the week, and Avery made a good comment in our group chat. I would be devastated if the Jays traded Alejandro Kirk. Devastated.
He does obviously he does really good things for the baseball team, but as a fan of the baseball team, it's just better just having him around. He's so fucking funny. Mm-hmm. He's so funny to watch play baseball, and to have him be as good as he is makes it even funnier. Like who are we gonna laugh at? Like who are the good times you're gonna cry because Alejandro Kirk's raising the World Series trophy one day for the Blue Jays because that's our guy. Like
Or he's
you're not
getting-
gonna
getting pissed drunk.
yeah, you're
after
not gonna
series
do
win.
that if Kevin Gosman lifts it. But if you see Alejandro Kirk lift the World Series trophy, tears will come to your eye. That's how much we love this guy.
Mhm.
So for me,
That's a good question though, Abe. Like, if we win a series, let's say we win the wild card or win a series, who is like gonna be our guy this year? Like, you know, how every year you have the guy who like makes a big showing, like after when they get drunk. Like Kawasaki was the guy.
yeah,
Who's the guy for the Jays? And I think it's Kirk. If he's on the team.
exactly.
You know how many fucking memes and videos there will be made on the internet of drunk Alejandro Kirk? It would be drunk Alejandro Kirk would be that guy at the bar where he's not groping the women are groping him because he's just such a good time. You know what I'm saying? You know that drunk guy?
Yeah,
like
oh,
he's
yeah.
just a little bit not overweight, but he's just like a little bit bigger and everyone finds him fucking hilarious.
He's wearing cowboy boots every
he's
single
wearing,
time.
He's wearing like a cowboy hat to like fucking a common bar, and just all the girls are like, I fucking love it. Like they're never gonna fuck him, but they're just like, I love this dude. Like he is the funniest dude, and he's just so innocent. He's never gonna hurt them. He's never gonna get into a fight at the bar. He's just the guy. Like he's the bar. He's the pony there. Everyone loves him.
Mhm.
Like he has to be he's turned into my favorite player. I hate to say it. Like I know we need to trade him, but just everything he does is awesome. It's so good for just watchability. God,
It really is, man. It
Like,
really
who
is,
else?
like,
Who else even comes? No one is funny like that.
Oh my God, maybe Vlad.
But he's so
Vlad's just so
good.
good though. It's
but
hard to be
Vlad
that
is
funny
too,
when you're
Vlad
that
is
good.
like he's too in the public eye to be funny. Like
Yeah.
Alejandro
Uh-huh.
Kirk,
He has
is
to be
like-
sort of serious. Like if
Yeah.
Vlad was a shitty player, I feel like he would be like our guy, like our funny guy. But he's too good in the league. You can't have that. He has to look professional.
Well,
Just shitty.
yes,
That's the thing.
I
That's the thing.
understand with
right?
what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, I know exactly. I understand what you're saying. It's just like Alejandro Kirk is like our little guy who no one really knows about yet. Like they just see his stats. You know what I'm saying? Like when MLB tweets him, they just see his stats. They don't see how funny he looks when he runs. Like they don't see him and Santiago Espinal's bromance in the dugout, like just doing just hilarious, weird shit. They don't see that. We see that. And I don't want another team to have that. Is that too much to ask? I don't want another team to have that. I don't want another team to have Kirk.
Exactly. I think that's what would break my heart more is another fan base falling in love with this guy before
Yeah,
we've had our fucking time.
He's our guy. He's our guy. And I just want to be the first to say this. If the Jays, and we're talking about World Series, this team right now, the way this team is crafted, negative Johnny, negative that, this team has not a chicken dick chance in hell to win a World Series. Jordan Romano's collapsing. Kevin Gossman's been okay. Ross Stripling is our number 2. Ross Stripling is the number 2. Who would have thought? If I would have told you that, you would have fucking slapped me in the face first episode. This podcast would have never made it. If I would have told you Ross Stripling to be the number 2, I couldn't even imagine the roasts I'd be getting. No one would tune in.
It would have been shut down. Yeah.
This team has not a fucking snowball's chance in hell right now to win this World Series. And I'm sorry. We saw it. You have a 2-run lead, a closer like Jordan Romano, who's been awfully fucking shaky as of late, dare I say, give up 2 runs with 2 outs, and the Jays have second and third, 1 out in extra innings, and they don't even fucking score 1? That just can't happen. The Yankees aren't doing that. The Astros aren't doing that. I promise you the fucking Dodgers and the Padres aren't doing that. None of these teams are doing that. And the Jays are doing it on a consistent fucking basis.
I think our problem is we're going to get away with it too, right? We're going to be able to play this way. And whether it's the wild card 1, 2, or 3 spot, I think it's safe to say pretty much we're going to be in, I think, at this point, right? It's just where we finish. So without someone like pushing our ass, I guess the Red Sox and the Rays are pretty close at this point in the standings, but we're going to get away with how we're going to play, and it just won't be good enough for years to come until something's changed. And I'd say it's the manager. Like the personnel is really not going to change that much. Would you guys think?
I think they make a splash.
But
Like
the
this year?
core will be the same.
I think the Jays make a splash. I'm calling it right now. if I am Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro and I'm sitting up in that press box watching the bullpen implode right before my very eyes every single fucking night, I am just, my blood is boiling because I'm looking at that lineup and I have, I got Lourdes Gurriel in the 8-hole hitting 283 and I'm losing fucking ball games. I got fucking Moreno in the 9 spot hitting 400 as a fucking rookie and I'm losing games. My blood is boiling, right, JR? I mean, that shit just doesn't happen. That lineup is way too good to be this fucking mediocre.
Yeah, no, we definitely will make something. It just depends on. I don't even know what it would take to get rid of Charlie, but like they're
It's
not
just
going to
not
get
gonna
rid of him.
happen. I don't
It's
think.
not going to happen. So, I mean, there are some good options out there that would come in, but at this point, I think it's almost too late to make something happen like that. I don't know. It'd be weird. I mean, I would want him gone, but I don't think they're going to do it. But fuck, he's just not the guy. But it's shitty because he's really not the guy.
He's not. Guillermo
I think a
Martinez
lot of
had more of
people-
a fucking pulse than this guy.
That was badass though.
That was so badass.
I just want to talk before we go into that, Johnny. Sorry. I think if we had the chance to make a little bullpen upgrade, why wouldn't we do it already? So I think it's kind
because
of
some teams are like hesitant and they still think they
Yeah.
have chances, right?
Mhm.
Like some
Sure.
it's still too early to be like out of playoff contention. That usually happens close to the deadline, right? Like we're still in June here. We
Sure.
got
I'll give you
we
that.
got, and by the way, what a fucking point by me. Ding. Someone give me a fucking doc right there for all the people that roast me, say, I never played. I don't know anything about fucking baseball. I genuinely do think like teams like, for instance, the Tigers aren't as good this year, right? The Tigers are pretty dog shit this year. They've been kind of on a heater, but you think if I'm the Tigers, I'm not taking a fucking call for Gregory Soto for a couple prospects to keep growing that farm system? I'm doing it. And Gregory Soto would be a massive part in this Jays rotation. Imagine having Romano and him back to back.
I mean, he can't throw a goddamn strike.
Pete Walker, listen, it's not foolproof, but what I'm saying is this though, is like, I want a guy who doesn't throw 82 out of like, listen, Adam Simber stands out there. You fucking happy now? He has an 8 ERA in the month of June, a fucking 8. His ERA is 8 in the month of June. And everyone's saying he's a good fucking, name me another fucking playoff team that has a massive part of their bullpen with an 8 ERA in a month, in a full month. None. That just doesn't fucking happen. So I want to like just fucking process of elimination, just pick up a pretty good amount of guys from pretty good, like a pool of teams and just fucking dime a dozen. And if 3 of them work, 3 of them work. But Groshans in the minors doesn't help anyone right now. Might as well just fucking deal him because he has no future here. He has no fucking future here. Espinal's been nasty. Bo Bichette's going to be here long term. Chapman is lights out at third base and mashing. And Vladdy's at first. So where's Groshans going to go? Trade this motherfucker.
I like it.
It
Sucks because it makes sense, and it's like we're just waiting and waiting for eventually it's going to be a breaking point where we need to desperately make a deal. And if it gets worse than this, I feel like we're fucked.
Oh my God, if it does. If it gets, I might be. It's going to be bad. And the Red Sox are creeping up. They're starting to be fucking good again. The Rays are. I'm not sold on the Rays. I think the Rays are trash. Like that bullpen. I mean, the Yankees just. But maybe it's just the Yankees being the best team I've ever fucking seen in my life. That might be it. But this division is way too hard to have a dog shit bullpen. That like people will just jump on. Like the teams will just jump on that shit. And if I'm looking in the playoffs, like I always say, because I think the Jays are going to make the playoffs. I've said it time and time again. They're going to make the playoffs. I can't be fully positive going into the playoffs with this bullpen ever. I want at least a couple additions, maybe some veteran arms. And how about Frankie Montas today? I'm telling you, the A's are going to – that guy is going to want to get the fuck out of there. He went 8 innings, no hit, or 7 innings, no hit, gives up 2 hits in the 8th, and he lost. He lost 2-1. Like –
he was pumping like 98.
Yeah, if I'm the Jays, I am calling the A's right now. Frankie Montas is starting his next game for the Toronto Blue Jays in 5 days. That's
Dude,
what
they're going to get a lot for him.
The A's don't though. The A's don't get a lot for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That they've made for the Braves trade for for Olsen. Christian Pache's dog shit. The prospects they gave up, I believe, are still in AAA. They aren't even competing well in AAA. They are willing to just trade for fucking nothing. If you're a top 15 prospect, the A's will pick you up. Like, they don't care about the scouting report, none of that stuff. I genuinely do think the Jays could get him for a pretty small bite out of their prospect system.
Don't disagree with that.
You just got to think though. He's like the best or second best starter in the trade deadline, though, right?
Who would be
Someone
one?
is going to over.
Luis Castillo would be one.
They're pretty. That's what I was gonna say. They're like 1-2, but like I think I'd put Montas over Castillo at this point, almost.
But you,
like, wouldn't you guys?
I'm
if you're
Luis
a baseball
Castillo guy,
if you're a baseball fan, though, you know at the deadline guys get traded that are out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like guys
true.
you had no idea were on the trade block. I believe that was what David Price was, and the Jays just picked them up. Like I don't think there was massive trade talks for David Price. I could be wrong on that, but there's just these phantom trades that just come out of fucking nowhere that make zero sense. And I think, I mean, I don't know. I think it could be like a random guy that the Jays just pick up, like that has like 1 year deal left, because Berrios wasn't a trade guy, right? Because he had so much years of control left. The Jays just picked him up.
Yeah, that one was sort of out of the blue, for sure.
So I don't know, but I mean, we got to talk about the series here. I predicted a sweep. So what the fuck was I thinking? I believe JR predicted 2. Jays win 2, which was, I guess, like it should have happened. But what were your thoughts, JR, on this series? Because the White Sox offense have been dog shit all year, and all of a sudden against the Jays, they're just a fucking wagon. So what does that tell you? Besides, obviously, against Ross Stripling.
Just like sloppy, a little sloppy by the Jays. I don't know. It just felt weird against the White Sox. I mean, obviously they have some good arms. Like they always had some good arms, but they weren't able to figure it out. So, but playing us, it seemed like those arms got to us a little bit. The umps were obviously horrendous, which was one of the GOAT moves there, by getting tossed at the like, do you think like that getting tossed going up, like Charlie said, like that guy, like he went up to Charlie, was like, I want to get tossed for the boys. Like
100%.
that's probably what he said, right? 'Cause Charlie always goes up.
Because he's the guy that's watching film with the Jays before the games, right? Like he's the guy it's not Charlie or any of those guys. Like the hitting coach is specifically watching film with you to see like what you're doing in your at bats. And if I'm a hitting coach and Espinal is striking out on pitches that are 4 inches out of the zone, I'm literally looking at Espinal like, I don't know what to tell you, because it makes his job substantially harder. It's like, dude, your selection's been good. It makes his job way harder. So
I heard it fired up the boys too. So
yeah, 100%. It looked like it did. The boys were buzzing, dude, right out of the fucking. I mean, Guillermo Martinez has had his qualms, but the Jays' offense has been pretty good. I mean, like that, they came back against the Yankees. They put up tons of runs. They lost a game they shouldn't have lost. I get with Romano. I don't know what the fuck Romano was doing there. I really don't. And Avery, maybe because that Romano game, was I the only one that was like, the Jays are going to lose this, when I saw how wild he was and how he had like legit zero command, just having a meltdown on the mound? I genuinely thought they were going to lose that. Like I knew he was going to blow it.
Put $150 on the Jays.
No. Okay, no, hear me out. No, not that part. Not that part.
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm saying I knew he was going to blow it. Sorry, just with how fucking. He was just all over the place. He was wild. His slider wasn't coming anywhere. Fucking.
No, his slider was a legit cement mixer. The ones that just go really fucking slow and don't move at all.
So I was like, all right, this is just with how wild he was. Maybe I was the only one, but that's just that was embarrassing.
No, it felt bad. And I don't know if I said this in this series or the other one. I said his outings don't start until there's a runner on base pretty much every time. Like he just doesn't fucking start. He'll walk someone, they'll get on, and then he figures it out. It was a walk to start the inning and then double play, and then all the shenanigans happen. But the walk happened. Josh Harrison comes up first, throws 3 straight sliders that miss high and inside. And to me, it's like, it blew my mind. Maybe it was, I forget who was catching that day. I don't know if it was Moreno, but at that point, to me, it was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
No, and it was bad.
Yeah, and after that, it was just like, okay, it's kind of sloppy. Like, we just need to escape with a miracle here, and that's not what happened.
And listen, stat guy Johnny has some stats on Jordan Romano. Credit to me. Hashtag pat on the back. Hashtag thank you, Johnny. Romano's last 30 games, his ERA is 3.12. He's pitched 26 innings, 11 walks, 9 earned runs, 22 hits. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
But I said recently he's been bad. His last 15 games, 4.30 ERA, 14 innings, 9 walks, 14 hits. 14 hits in 14 innings with 9 walks, with a 1.57 whip, 7 earned runs in his last 15 games, 14 innings. That is not good. That's not good. For a closing pitcher, that's not fucking good, right?
No, I'm starting to think that maybe because he's not really that young. He's almost 30, I think. Think we could find a guy to close his ball games, don't you?
Well, it's good to have that competition.
Yeah, I don't think it's an immediate need, but like Bednar, you said, right?
Yeah.
It's
good to have that competition, and it's good to take the weight off his shoulders because obviously Romano's workload's been a fuck ton. That's not,
yeah, it's
not crazy to say. It's been a fuck ton. So it's the Jays need that guy. And if the Jays got David Bednar, I don't know if you've seen his stats, Avery. He's fucked. He's fucking crazy. That's a guy you give the farm up for, dude. Seriously, he's so good. But yeah, Romano hasn't been ideal. The bullpen's been fuck. Holy Christ. The bullpen, and we made that TikTok, and obviously the Adam Simber fucking stands came out of the woodwork, and I started, listen, Mudboy came for them when Simber struggled. Every single time he struggled, I would respond to a guy and I would say, what about now? Is he elite now?
You shouldn't have done that.
No, I did it. I don't let you fucking badmouth the boys. So yeah, I mean, Adam Simber has been trash. There's just no way around it. He's been trash. I think people are starting to understand like his sequences or what he's throwing, but that bullpen's been bad, boys. Been terrible.
Really bad.
Like how many times can we say it? It sucks.
Let me do some worst bullpen and MLB stats here. Let me see if I can find something here because I just want to see like what the ERA is.
If we're really that bad.
The Jays have the 7th worst ERA in baseball for bullpens. That's not ideal. And you know who they're competing with? The teams they're in front of? The Reds, the Rockies, the Royals, the Cubs, the Athletics, and the Nationals. That's the teams that the Jays are ahead of only for best bullpen in baseball, ERA wise. That's pathetic. Those are teams that are poverty. All of those teams are dog shit. Literally every single one of these teams that are behind the Jays are absolutely dog shit.
Would you trade bullpens with the Orioles if we had to give up Alejandro Kirk?
Wow. Thick Jesus? No.
So you don't
that's
want to
an
win.
under 2 bullpen.
Is that what their bullpen ERA is?
Well, like we talked about it, there's like 4 or 5
the
guys,
Orioles
right?
the Orioles ERA is 3.18, which is good. Clearly,
Yeah.
I mean it's top 5 or top 6 in the league. So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you're looking at all the teams,
What are we? What is our bullpen?
What's the ERA?
440.
4.41. Good guess, Ave. 4.41.
Fuck, you're good, Ave. Fuck, you're good at your
Yeah,
job.
no, that's not good, boys. That's not good. That's not fucking good.
Won't get it done. Is it on Pete Walker or is it on?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's on bullpen management. I seriously don't know what it's on.
No, do we really? We
It's
haven't
on
come on.
fucking management.
Yeah, I think so too. We haven't come on here and said, "Oh, this guy shouldn't have pitched this inning." We really haven't bitched about that much besides the Paul Goldschmidt thing, and then Berrios just not even on the team anymore. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. But fuck, man, the Cleveland Guardians have a 2.94 ERA out of the bullpen, 3rd best in
They've
baseball.
always had a. They like never like trading their players. Like we should go after a couple of their arms.
They're
They
in
got
first
some good
place,
arms.
dude.
Imagine Emmanuel Clase and the Jays bull. Oh my god, that guy's fucked. I
But
was watching him.
Cleveland, let's be honest, they have no shot.
No,
of
but if you're
winning
in
shit.
first place, they're gonna at least give them the benefit of the doubt to try and do it with their guys, right? They're not gonna be like the Mariners last
No,
year.
that's probably one of the last teams I would say that the Jays would be able to trade with, just especially with how dog shit that division is. It's like it's pretty much like a coin toss who wins that division.
So they can legit win it.
Yeah, they can easily win it. So I don't know, but yeah, that's bullpen talk with the boys because the Jays have the 6th, 1, 2, 3, the 7th worst bullpen in baseball. So, for a team that's contending for a playoff spot, that's inexcusable. That just can't happen. And
What are the other AL East teams?
The AL East teams?
Yeah.
Red Sox are middle of the pack. I don't want to count because I don't know. It doesn't have a number beside it. Yankees are 2nd best. Tampa Bay Rays are 4th best. Orioles are 7th best. So the Jays are by a substantial margin the worst bullpen in the American League East.
Jesus.
So, and then so it's just terrible. I mean, the Jays are competing with the Oakland. Like the Oakland Athletics are only .13 behind them ERA wise for worst bullpen. Like in the American League. So that just can't happen. So that's something that we had to bring up. That's just, I mean, obviously we talk about it every episode, but that's just fucking inexcusable. It really is. And dude, how about Chapman's plays at third this week? He's so good.
It's second nature now, and you see the ball hit to that side of the infield, and he just picks it up. He gets above his feet really quick and just fucking throws a seed every single time. It's like we got no issue. He made that one error on the plate of Vladdy. He was running in on it, and it was like, I don't know if I'd seen that at all this year. See him make an error, so that was weird. But I mean, it's changed how we do it. But the two lefties that we brought in or had that are supposed to get a lot of ground balls to the left side just both fucking suck. So it's
that stat went out the window.
Absolutely, right away.
Yeah, so it's not ideal, but dude, I gotta bring something up that's completely off topic. This might be a controversial take. Ottawa is the worst city in North America.
Oh Jesus!
Is that crazy to say?
That's pretty
I kind of liked Ottawa.
Well,
Ottawa
there's definitely worse cities than Ottawa.
Worst major city in Canada.
No,
Okay, but what are we considering a major city?
Like Edmonton has to suck.
Calgary.
Okay.
British Vancouver. I don't know why.
Guy almost said
Vancouver, Kelowna. Okay. Ottawa is it is the armpit of Canada.
You're there for work though.
We're what do you can you explain why?
Because we both have family members who come from Ottawa.
Yeah,
so
Ottawa Lansdowne Park. It's pretty nice area down there.
I have to tell you a fuck story.
Okay, well, there's nothing to do here. One, there's legitimately no food places. It's like trying to fucking find. It's like trying to find. How do I say this? It's like trying to find a smart guy in a frat to try to find a good food place in Ottawa. It is the most pathetic choices ever. I've eaten Subway every fucking day.
Subway's gas. Don't hate it.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's why I've eaten it every day. That's all I've been able to eat. There's
You're just hunting for a Jackasser's bar.
No, like a Chipotle or something fucking Osmos, maybe something that's normal for fuck's sakes. Maybe I don't know, a burrito place. I don't is that crazy to ask for?
Well, they did shut down all the restaurants for the trucker convoy. Maybe they didn't open them back up.
Yeah, maybe they did. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, do you want to address your COVID tweets and stuff like that, Avery, now? Or?
Yeah, I've had COVID twice. I don't know how the fuck I don't believe in COVID.
That was such a good wrinkle down the show. Everyone's all serious, get well soon, Avery. And I was like, yeah, but he does have some controversial COVID tweets. And JR and T-Mac was just as professional as can be. Just didn't
so professional.
Didn't really say anything to it.
He didn't even bat an eye. He was just he's so
professional.
We gotta talk a little bit about merch. We have an issue. We have a big issue.
Yeah.
All right. So the update on the merch, the sweaters, I was supposed to receive them yesterday. Right? That's what the guy told me. Oh, he said middle of the week, not this week, but next week.
Okay.
So I emailed Monday and I was like, hey man, what where's the order? Is it gonna arrive Wednesday? He's like, I'll give you my shipping guy. K. I was like, all right, I'll talk to K. K emails me. He's like, Wednesday. He's like, when do you expect your order? I was like, today. It's supposed to come today. And he's like, okay, let me check with shipping and receiving. No answer. He ghosted me. And then today I realized middle of the day, I was like, what the fuck is happening? No answer from anyone. So I go directly to the main guy. I was like, hey, no update at all from your guy, at all. Where's the order? No answer. So I don't know if it's going to be a lawsuit. Or
I thought there was good news.
We're immediately going to sue. No, that's the first instinct you have is to sue.
This is for 3 sweaters, 3 sample sweaters here, And I am going to bat for the boys to get these because I was really hoping that they were going to be here this week, but it looks like we're a week out. That's for sure. But
No. You are gonna say these
I'm going to
hoodies better come tomorrow, or we have fucking issues.
No, we have
Yeah.
we get 85 free sweaters if these don't come.
No, yeah,
That
it's,
would be-
it's the
I
three
could probably
arrive
manage
tomorrow. The three arrive tomorrow, or as many orders as we want. It's fucking Oprah to our customers. You get a free sweater. You get a free sweater. So what's the name of the? Actually, maybe
Don't
we'll
say
hold out.
that.
Maybe
we
we'll
won't
hold
say
out.
that, and we won't say that until it gets real ugly. Until
Okay.
they really fuck us over, then we will mention the
Okay,
name.
so what's the deadline? So we have until next Wednesday to receive the hoodies, or the name of this company will be released, and just the
Yes.
Gate 14 stands will just start. It is going to be a tsunami of hate.
We're just gonna give an
Yes.
email, and that's all we're gonna do.
That's it. Just
yeah,
hate emails.
and we are
voice memos.
taking applications for if anyone has a family member who owns a supplier or something or runs a shop, just send us a DM. You get automatically a free shirt.
Yes. Or yeah,
Nice,
that's actually
Jay.
that's a great.
Right?
That's a great.
Yeah.
That's good. I love that.
And a
I love
shout
that.
out on here for sure.
And a
Big
shout out
shout
for
out.
Yeah.
sure. Maybe a guest appearance. You can sit behind the scenes and just listen, watch the boy. But
Whose house do they get behind the scenes?
no, I'm saying like they could be in the
No,
Zoom call.
okay,
Like, they could be in the Zoom call, but like their camera's not on, or maybe
If
their
we
camera is
invite them to a live
I mean, yeah,
pod
you
in
can lay
Avery's
down
room.
in my bed and fucking watch it if you want.
on. Yeah. What was I going to mention? So actually, another thing I want to talk about. So obviously, with the growth of this podcast, we have a lot of people DMing us like, "Hey, man, can we co-host? Can we like how many more hosts do you guys need?" I'm going to say this with the utmost respect. It is just going to be us three. The only time I will ever say we're going to get a fourth is if Alejandro Kirk learns the English language perfect and he wants to start a podcast. He is the only guy that is hopping on as this number 4. We will have T-Mac come in and obviously fill in for guys and stuff like that. He's like the relief pitcher. But for the people DMing us, hey, man, I love Jays. I love you guys. Can I like co-host this? It's the short answer. It's no. It's just not going to happen. And if you want to kind of make yourself different, try to find inside like weird ways to like try to be a part of this podcast. I don't know if it's like a
show
meme.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I don't
gotta
know if
show
it's like-
us.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a meme page. I don't know what it is. Like even if it's
gotta
just,
make
like, go
content.
Inside, yeah. If you make content and find out like video clips, just like funny audio, you guys find. We're not gonna have another host. Like that's it. It's just us three. It's the big 3. It's LeBron, D Wade, and Bosch. That's what it's gonna be. And I respect it. Listen, I love the people reaching out and saying like, I love you guys. Like I want to be a co-host, but unfortunately, it's just not the case. It just won't happen. And I say with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
Keep listening, but hopefully down the road,
The hosts were chosen in fucking January, you know?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Guys-
how do I say that? It was like the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They knew for months. They knew who it was going to be for months.
Yes. Now I have a huge. I know the boys, the listeners, love when we bring up like I can't even think of the word. What do they call it? Not competitions, but benchmarks. Okay. Now that we're number 4, the big benchmark is if we reach number 1. And I think if we reach number 1, we do a live pod at the Rogers Center.
Like
That is
outside.
the outside fucking, even if we can't even record it, we just go and talk to each other, pretend we're recording. But we
No,
will
I-
do a fake live pod if we can't get a video guy to come.
I think
but
that's a
we will
real
do a live
possibility.
pod.
I think that's a real possibility because, like, first of all, Avery, I'm assuming you guys like with owners, but you know how to just like the simple materials it takes, like just a mic and like I don't know what
Like,
that thing's called.
We don't have any of that shit.
No, I know, but what I'm saying, like, we know how to purchase it. Like, what I'm saying
Oh,
is,
yeah.
you know how to like get the like, you know what you need. You see the stuff every single day.
Well,
So I'm
I can tell you, I have no idea what we
Hey,
need.
Okay,
look,
well, I'm
that's
sure
the
you can
thing.
fucking ask
people
someone. You-
people want to get involved. This is a way to get involved. If
Yeah.
you're a video guy who likes the fucking pod and you want to be our tech dude, hey, we're all ears, man. Show us what you got.
Yeah,
Nice,
no,
Jay.
that's a good point. If you want to be a producer, maybe take the weight. Like I said, it's just you got to figure it out. Like, we're not getting another host in this show. Like, if you look at other shows, that's not going to happen. But I will say this, dude. It is like I obviously keep track of the charts and shit like that. Being number 4, like, because obviously I was scrolling down because we're usually in like the 11.
You are
12.
chart boy and mud boy.
Yeah, I was looking. Usually I was looking at the charts. Like I usually look at like 14, 15. That's kind of the range we're at. And I just automatically just scrolled down and I was like, are we like fucking 100? And then I scrolled back up. I was like, oh my God, like we're fucking behind Sportsnet. But we can't gloss over the fact that fucking JR is getting put in a fucking back pocket right now by a clothing distributor. What the fuck, JR? Like, so he told you that he had, like, how did that, like, did he tell you it was shipped? He showed you it was shipped, and then you talked to the distributor. So he didn't show you. It just could be in limbo right now. It was never shipped.
It could not even been made yet. Like, that's where we're at right now. Now I know I've paid. I know the money came out of my account.
So he's
well,
a piece
no,
of
I
shit.
got an official invoice from this company. I'm not going to say names. Now, the location of this is not in Ontario. I am just going to say this. It is not from China.
It's in
just for people
Bangladesh.
that's trying to fucking think that I contacted fucking China supplier. I did not. This is Canadian made, I think. Actually, scratch that. I don't think it's Canadian made. These aren't private label hoodies. But no, I don't know what's going on. And you know what? My last email,
it was wordy. Was it wordy? Did you get wordy?
No, it was just this was literally it. I'm gonna say it right now. And hi, Adam. I've received no update yet on my order that was supposed to arrive midweek. Not sure what's going on. That was it. That's what I sent today at 4:19.
Are you gonna double text? How many days are you waiting to double text?
I'll send him. He was on my ass for this order. Like, this guy wanted our order like crazy. He called me maybe 5 times. So obviously.
Oh, so you have his number.
So yeah, so we have access to his number. Should we ask him? Should we just send him the Zoom link?
We should call him on the show next week. Hey, if we don't, because I know they're on different time zone than us. If we don't get this order, we're calling him on the show next week.
Yes, we are calling him live on the show.
We'll call him on the show. We'll call him on the show next week.
We will be calling him on the show, and we will be getting answers. I don't know how the NDA works. We won't be showing his face, obviously. So
no,
I'm sure that's fine. It's just the voice. So yeah, we could do that. So next week. So is it bad that part of me now is hoping they don't make it here?
I'm really hoping they don't come.
Yeah, live call,
honestly,
man.
And could you imagine? So I just want, just for legal reasons, to say this. JR is taking care of the clothing and distributing, but so if a massive newspaper like Toronto Star or Toronto Sun gets a hold of it that the Gate 14 has child slaves making their merchandise, I just want JR to get ahead of it. I just want the fall. Can we agree on that, Avery? Just kind of we're gonna get that in writing.
For sure.
My job is to make the best clothing possible for this podcast, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, Nike doesn't use good practices, right?
True. All right. I don't know. Listen, I will say this. I'm anti-child slavery. Hand up. I'll say it. Credit the. No, I don't know if JR is kind of hesitant to put his hand up, but we are hesitant on it. It's yeah. So that's for the people asking, and obviously we have tons of DMs saying like they're fired up for the merch. I am too, and I think we can kind of do the Thick Jesus merch just based off ourselves, just on Vistaprint, right?
Yeah,
like just like
it's gonna be so steep.
But it's just a generic. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No. How much do you think that would be?
It won't be that much because I did shirts for Jesse Winker. Ever heard of him on that? And it wasn't that expensive.
You did Jesse Winker shirts?
Yeah, but that was a while ago. That was just a one of one. I just sent it to like his family and stuff when we were boys. But
when you were boys,
yeah, we're not boys anymore. He's just fucking. You got big time and decided to just be a scumbag. That's here nor there. But yeah, dude, the Vistaprint men's t-shirts can be like, yeah, they could, if we order a lot, it's like $8 each. But like I said, we're not having a fucking the T's and P's or whatever the fuck discussion right now. But yeah,
we're gonna have a website going. I know a couple free like Shopify's that we can set up. So we'll have a pre-sale website where people can pay and put their credit card in.
Yeah. And we will also be asking for social insurance numbers. That's just
just to heads up. We'll be asking for a little bit more information than
your mother's maiden name, your first dog's name,
what street you grew up on,
insurance.
How many Jays games you've been to in the last year.
But yeah. That. So I guess we'll get back into Jays talk. So this series, that's coming up for the Jays. I do love the fact that Jays have an off day today, kind of reset.
It's good for us. Like I know we're not part of the team, but it's good for us.
Yeah, just a mental break for the boys. But I'll be honest, man, the Brewers are that one team that I can never get right betting on, ever. I don't know if that's just me. When I bet on them, they have the worst offense ever. When I bet against them, they're all of a sudden just like the Bronx Bombers. They could just hit 5,000-foot home runs. So I can't get a gauge on the Brewers. But I will say this: that game tomorrow, and if you're betting, a lot of gamblers actually.
Do we have
follow
to
this
see
podcast.
Corbin Burns?
Yes, we do. Saturday
No.
against Kikuchi. Against Kikuchi. But yeah, so the guy pitching tomorrow for the Brewers is pound for pound one of the biggest frauds of all time. So if you have it's Adrian Hauser, who's terrible. He's terrible. So
I disagree with that. I think he's good.
no, he's terrible. He's terrible. But I might be saying that 'cause he lost me money, but that might be biased. But Manoah against him tomorrow, I'm gonna put the must-win tag. Must win. Tomorrow's game against the Brewers is a must-win for the Toronto Blue Jays because I promise you, Saturday, Corbin Burns is gonna shove it down our fucking throat. If you thought Dylan Cease carved the Jays, you don't even want to know what the fuck Corbin Burns is gonna do. I'm sorry.
We need a must-win counter on you, man.
No, I've had two. I've had two must-wins. The one was last Friday. Last Friday
Yes.
they lost, so I'm 0-1 on must-wins. Tomorrow is I think I'm just gonna make it every Friday game. Start of the series. Tomorrow is
a graphic. Johnny's must-win Friday.
Tomorrow is a must-win for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's it. Manoah, you don't waste him another Manoah start. That's it. Manoah's a 2 ERA. He's a freak. Manoah's a freak of nature. That's a game you must win. He's 8-2 with a 2 ERA, 0.94 WHIP. That's a game you have to win. I'm sorry. Jays have to win tomorrow. Must win. You guys agree?
No, I don't agree, but I
don't
love
think
it.
it's a must. I don't think it's
It is
a
a
must
must-win.
win. I don't throw around must win often.
I don't either.
We've done it twice in the last
And we lost.
Tomorrow-
I'm pretty sure at one point you said we're so back, and it was like
I did
after
think we were
we
back.
lost the must win. Probably
I did
like
think we
3
were
days
back.
later.
I didn't think we were back, but just to go into the series
No.
preview.
Well,
So
so I'll comment on the must win. It's when we face the Red Sox. I think those are must wins compared
no,
to
it's the Brewers.
facing a team that will never
It's the
face
Brewers.
again.
No, it's the Brewer.
It's the Brewers. But yeah,
we should put a poll up. We should really put a poll up. Is today a must win? Tomorrow.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to do it every fucking game if they win.
It's today. No, I think that will really trigger people if we start calling games must win in June. Like that will start people like, there they go again, the fucking libs. The libs who hate the fucking Jays.
We should do like a 6-second TikTok, and it's just Johnny saying this game is definitely a must win.
Here and
I
tomorrow.
think
would
we just
trigger
need that
people.
clip for
Tomorrow is a must win. And so I'm not confident with the rest of the pitching matchups because you got Kikuchi versus Burns Saturday. That's a must lose. That's a loss.
must lose, yeah.
Sunday is a guy that has been, dare I say, atrocious for the Toronto Blue Jays. Jose Berrios. 4 innings against the White Sox, 3 home runs. 4 innings, 3 home runs, 6 earned runs. That's Jose Berrios has been nothing short of fucking Avery and fucking beer league on the mound. And maybe JR could back me up on
I have
that.
a 0 ERA, man.
No,
Are you fucking-
Abe's got a good ERA, man. It's just shoulder issues. He can throw. So, but Berrios is inconsistent as a fucking holy crap, man. We got this guy because we wanted someone who was consistent, man.
He's been
Holy fuck.
trash. He's been trash. Like, if you want to talk about inconsistency, this is his last 5 starts. 6 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, 3 earned runs, 6 earned runs. Can we get at least a median here? Can we get a 3 or 4? It is
He has an away ERA of 6.70.
So I'm going to say this, and I think this is maybe my first loss prediction. I think the Jays lose 2 of 3 this weekend.
after the must win.
Yeah.
So you think
So they have
biggest
to
game of the
must
year
win.
folled by 2 losses?
So this is what
So
we're
you're
going
trying
to
to predict every game.
So
this weekend.
I'm a gambling man. So I'm going to bet the Jays money line game 1.
Yeah.
Game 2, it's Brewers money line with a double down after the Jays win game 1. And then game 3 is a triple down. So it's all I'm going to try to see if I could just do a Mona Lisa of all the Jays games and just predict every single one. I think the Jays go 1 and 2.
2-1 for me.
I think 2-1. I think Berrios figures it out.
Me too.
All right. So I'm maybe the negative Johnny. Fuck.
What-
I don't know.
What we should have kind of a punishment if Kikuchi beats Corbin Burns, like gets the win. We should have to punish ourselves somehow because
Eating Wendy's or something.
Maybe that's it, but that would be so nuts if that's one of the wins.
That'd be an absurd win. I
If
mean, the odds on that game.
hear me
should be
out.
fucked, right?
Hear me out. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is
say it.
crazy.
You're gonna say something like this
Okay,
is gonna be crazy.
This is a side note. This is just us three talking. I'm hypothetically speaking. If the Jays lose Saturday, if the Jays win with Kikuchi, I have to watch the Sunday game in the McDonald's, the whole game. Actually, you know what? That's great content. I will fucking stamp that. If the Toronto Blue Jays win with Kikuchi on the mound Saturday against Corbin Burns, I will watch all of Sunday's game in entirety in a McDonald's. I will watch the whole game in a McDonald's on my laptop.
I mean, a McDonald's in Guelph
Okay.
is fucking living luxury, man.
Okay, but that's not a crazy punishment.
I mean,
I'm
hey, if
sitting
he's got to sit there for 3 hours, 3.5 hours in a McDonald's.
I think there needs to be an eating challenge involved if you're going to be at a McDonald's.
Because listen, I work out every day. I'm not doing that to myself. Here, fine. I'll have a Big Mac an hour.
Okay.
A Big Mac an hour. No combo, no fries. I will have a Big Mac an hour.
Mix in
I'm
a
at this
McFlurry too.
Okay. No, the third hour I'll have a McFlurry. The third hour I'll mix in the McFlurry. That is okay. That's a future problem that I'm hoping.
We also said we would try the 999 challenge.
No, that was a disaster, Ave.
I think we need to do that when we do the Jersey game. Like, we just need to combine all the shit things.
Can we announce a Jersey game, please? Because I'm getting fucking assaulted in DMs like from people. When's the Jersey game? Can we pick out the game now? Can we brainstorm it? Like, what are you guys doing Canada Day weekend? You guys are gone?
Yeah, I'm going away the Friday, Saturday. For sure.
When are you back?
Probably the Sunday.
The game's at 1:30. You can't do that. Fucking Christ.
We'll figure it out, guys.
Can we do it for this? Because this is getting a month later. Because I said June 9th almost. Can we do it for the Red Sox series?
I can be there.
Can we do it for the Red Sox series?
Jared, we're looking at you.
Shit. Are you guys talking to me right now?
Yes.
I should be good. I should be good to go.
Okay, let's fucking buckle up and announce it. When are we doing? Because we can all go up together. So when are we doing it? What game? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Pick one.
What the fuck? I can't do during the week.
I knew
thought it
you
was a
didn't
weekend.
know when we were playing the Red Sox.
I just said the Red Sox, dude.
I knew he didn't fucking know, man.
Are we gonna have to do a dual one? Because then we're gonna have to wait till July 12th. That's the next fucking home series.
I'll go with you, Johnny. It's just us. We have to do it.
We have to do it. JR, can you show up late at least? Maybe just leave right after work. Like, is that a
I mean, you leave at 5, you can get there by 7. You can be there.
Yeah, but I finish work at 6.
What type of fucking job do you have?
Where the are you in a sweatshop? What the fuck do you mean you end at 6?
Look, guys, I'm not gonna.
No,
sit
you're
here
being
and
there.
say I'm
Avery, what day are we going?
Guys.
What day are we going?
Let's find a good pitching matchup at least.
Okay, so let's just do based off of math. So if Manoah pitches Friday, he won't go till like Thursday. So that's when they face the Rays.
No.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So he'll go Wednesday. Do you want to go to Wednesday's game? That's Manoah, guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Okay. So Wednesday's game. Listen, people. Wednesday's game, I will be wearing full uniform, no back out, none of that. Wednesday's game against the Boston Red Sox, I will be wearing a full uniform. That's it. No more fuck around zone. Wednesday's game, I could get talked into wearing all black. I don't have all black cleats actually, so never mind. So Wednesday's game against the Red Sox, I'll be wearing full uniform. We will tell you guys 2 days before what seats we are sitting in. We will let you know what seats we are sitting in, and we'll go from there. So Wednesday's game is a full uniform game. JR will be coming from work, leaving at 6.
I'm putting the P in, man. I'm protesting this decision on this.
So
date.
Wednesday we're doing it. No, JR, I'm it's every comment. Every comment is when I'm wearing it. Avery, we're in Wednesday full uniform.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right.
Just know I'm putting the P up.
Your
this is under
appeal
protest.
goes towards the head of the podcast, which is Avery. So Avery denies.
I wouldn't say
your
that. I
appeal.
say there's a group of 3 who like that's 3.
Actually, yeah, you lose your appeal no matter what because
Yeah.
2 out of the 3 guys say no. So sorry, JR.
Well, it was
maybe,
worth the try.
maybe we'll get a fucking I don't know. Maybe we'll get a FaceTime. But there it is. So Wednesday's game, we were in full uniform for Manoa Day. I'm excited for the people to see it. Avery will be recording. Avery's a good recording guy. Watch his owner's box vlog. A great recording guy. So we'll be doing that. And
I might go jersey and tucked in shorts for it.
Okay.
Maybe just-
like a softball
Support.
manager.
Yeah, I feel like a kind of dweeb too.
So you
know?
have pants for me, right? You have pants.
Yeah, I'll find some
okay.
pants. My
Okay,
brother
that's
probably
fine.
has some.
That's all right. All right. So there it is. So Wednesday's game. And
Do you need to go high socks or what?
I don't have blue socks. No,
Okay.
I'm not going high socks. I'll be wearing my Nike turf shoes that I used to wear when we used to play on turf fields.
Yeah.
So I'll look like I'll be wearing cleats. But yeah.
Are you gonna bring a glove?
No. I can't, right?
I mean, the guy wears a mask and he wears a glove.
I'm not wearing a mask. I will say that because then the comment section would just be full of living. I will wear. Okay, I'll bring a glove. Okay, actually, can we debate this? I won't bring a glove. I'll wear batting gloves the whole game.
better. Yeah.
I'll wear batting gloves the whole game. Okay, that's fine. So there you have it. Wednesday, I'll be wearing full uniform with batting gloves.
Do you have a jersey?
Yeah, I have a jersey. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a jersey.
I don't even have a Jays jersey.
Yeah, I have a jersey. So yeah, there it is, folks. And let's end it off on this. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I just wanted to talk about this for a second. I'm tired of Yankee fans. I hope to God they lose against the Astros this series, maybe come back to life. But if this is a little true circle, boys, I'll be honest with you, this team is fucking disgusting. They're so good. I hate to say it. Dare I say it, they're kind of enjoyable to watch. Is that crazy to say?
They got some likable guys on that team.
Do they?
It's hard to hate Rizzo.
True.
I thought Rizzo was hitting. I thought Rizzo was hitting weight. Like I know he has like 20 dings, but like he also was hitting like 230.
Yeah,
it's kind of what he's done.
I didn't really realize that.
4
I thought he
years.
was hitting a little better.
But
Judge,
yeah,
do you think you guys think Aaron Judge is likable?
yeah.
I mean, like he's not really a shit talker.
Exactly. I agree with that.
He
kind of a
doesn't really
pussy.
come off as cocky.
Yeah, and just keep commenting on our vids like these guys never fucking played baseball. Nope. Like the craziest one was this, and I gotta bring it. This is how I'll end it. The craziest comment I got was, "Dude, have you ever taken a fastball to the ribs? You must not know, motherfucker. I ended my college career. My last 2 at-bats weren't recorded at-bats because it was 88 to the rib cage, both at-bats at Lamar Community College in Colorado. My first at-bat, I ground out. Second at-bat, I'm like, all right, we're getting close here to my last at-bats ever. I knew I was done after this year. I'm in the batter's box. First pitch, right to my rib cage. Like I tried to turn. It was 88, right on my rib cage. Second at-bat, or third at-bat, I'm like it was the 8th or 9th. I was like, this is it. This is my curtain call. I'm out there. I'm like, all those years of training is coming down to this. First pitch, way over a ball, because I think we were losing by a lot. Second pitch, I thought it was a curveball. I turn my shoulder immediately in the top of the rib cage. So that was my last college at bat. So for the fucking dickheads in the comment section, oh, fucking Pete Davidson never fucking played. This fucking dickhead never played baseball before. I want you to take
Pete
a fucking
Davidson,
look.
Frank the Tank, fucking Zimmer, man. You've been fucking.
The Pete Davidson one's crazy. I don't understand that, but whatever. That's fine.
He gets asked.
I'm addicted to comparisons. Johnny comparisons.
Comparisons
We're
are
gonna have
wild.
like a graphic one of these days. It's gonna be every single guy you've been compared to.
I
gonna
think
be
I
like
didn't
fucking
I-
It'd
I
be nice to
think
see
I
you
com-
back on the graphics, eh, Jer? Holy fuck.
Abe's thinking in his head like, "Fuck! I already have like 10
Like, 8
graphics I gotta
things.
make."
It's like when Johnny would say, "Clip this." It's like fucking 20 things we got.
No, and whoa.
You'd never.
Back up. You aren't
warning
clipping
of-
shit. I'm clipping.
No, this was before. I said before.
Okay.
To be fair, I said before.
Johnny is the fastest clipper I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life.
It's incredible.
What is your process over there?
I
Because it's like I clipped it like literally a minute later. It's like, what?
So what I do is I don't make mental notes, but I in my mind I have like a graph of like shit we talked about that was funny. I'm telling you right now, I already have the clips in my mind ready for this episode. One, it's the bullpen being the 6th worst in baseball. The Jersey game, obviously. I just know based off conversations where we're at, and I'll just immediately I'll know where to clip. So
you got an insane brain.
I do have an insane brain. I have a podcast brain. This isn't my first fucking rodeo, man. All right. And by the way, for the listeners that also listen to Gate for our Fish Unofficial, ever heard of fucking Mike Soroka? Yeah, he's coming on the fucking pod
Nice.
next
Let's
week.
go.
And
Yeah.
actually, and maybe after that, maybe this is another hint, but I think it's getting close, is Dylan Cease. So we're just fucking buzzing on the
way.
Gate for on the Fish Unofficial side. So
We
just
got to get a big dog on here, eh, boys?
I don't
I
even
mean-
think we need. I think
You don't think so?
maybe
Off-season time, I think.
off
is-
season time we can get it, but I think it's just like this is so relatable how fucking stupid we are, and I think that's just the greatest thing. So
Yeah, we'd have to bring on like someone who's like funny as a personality. you
yeah,
know?
not like the
can't bring on
12-year-olds
someone
that DM us to come on as co-host. But I think we should do this now because obviously I think what we should do is like dumbest comment of the week.
Nice.
as a
I like
segment.
that.
I think that's a great one. I really do
Yeah.
think that's a great one. I think that's what we should be doing.
Okay.
Wait a second. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. I wish I could fucking have one right now, but there's so many. I gotta pin one that I know. The one of the actually I will say it. The comment that's been really dumb is look how many Americans are on the Blue Jays, dummy. Don't understand that one, but whatever. That's how we'll end it. It's like the Rangers fans booing the Toronto Blue Jays or saying fuck Canada to the Toronto Blue Jays when their whole team is from America.
Yeah, makes no sense. Like,
Makes zero sense. But yeah, that's how we'll end it. Obviously, I love the support, man. Obviously, like last episode shattered our record for listens. Shattered. Body bag.
fucking wow.
But you love to see it, obviously. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep telling your friends about it. Keep fucking tuning in. Maybe play it when you're getting in one with your fucking wife or your fucking side chick. You know, maybe put it in the background, make your parents think you're hanging out with the boys, and just get after it to the sweet voice of JR, Avery, and Johnny Junta. So appreciate the support, man. I love you guys. And Avery, JR, anything to finish off here?
No, love you guys.
Yeah, I love everyone.
There it is, boys.